too long of a stream. I'm going to stream to like 4, maybe. I got stuff to do tomorrow. I gotta pay rent. Go to the bank. I gotta go to Home Depot again, get some more shit. I gotta order some stuff on Amazon. I gotta make some phone calls tomorrow, so I'm kind of busy tomorrow. But yeah, looks like overtime's gonna be over this week, so I will be back to my normal schedule this week. I'm pretty damn sure they're not gonna make us do overtime. I'd be shocked if they did. I mean, shit, with all the people we have now, we should clear out like really fast.
Comes a daredevil.
Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it, whoever followed. Thank you. Waiting on the Genshin Impact update in 2 days. It's technically tomorrow, but I won't be able to do it until the day after, so. Because update happens during the afternoon, and I can't get on till the early morning, so I won't be able to do the polls till Wednesday, Tuesday into Wednesday. That's fine. Not gonna do any of the major stuff today because I gotta wait till the patch resets everything so I can start getting credit for the battle pass. No point doing it now. Just gonna waste it. Updates coming out. I definitely like the first banner. First banner looking pretty nice. Definitely gonna be pulling on this banner. I want to get more sucroses. Would love to get a Sarah, and then get Raiden Shogun. So yeah, I'll be definitely pulling. I hope I get a lot of sucroses. I'd like to get a C6 sucrose. So I'm gonna be spending probably at least 90 gems, 90 pulls. Good stuff. I'm not good on me.
I created another universe and founded paradise. For I, Fischl, am the princess of I think this time it turned out.
Bonus. Yep. I already did that event. I don't like the 1,000 questions with Paimon. It's like whatever.
I do.
It's like, oh look, Mora, I don't need Mora.
Worry about the well-being of my retinue during my impromptu absence.
I'm sure the good people of the Adventurers Guild are absolutely fine, mein Fräulein.
More event. It's done. So, today. These flowers. I need flowers too. So, flowers. She's done. Flowers. Okay, flowers and weapons. Change it tomorrow. I'll do change tomorrow. I'll do those today too. So I'll spend all our resume on that.
I hear the voice of fate, speaking my name in humble supplication.
Yeah, do dailies, do artifacts. So, and tomorrow, just the same thing. And then the following day will be actually the real stuff. Yeah, I probably won't have time to play Tormented Souls until Friday. I'm somewhat busy this week. Trying to get all the stuff done for the outside. And I got the guy coming out Saturday to do some repair work to my house. I need to fix my toilet.
I summon thee, the sword of death. Darkness, come, sever night from day. Oh, it's revealed. Nowhere to hide. Stumbling. Midnight Phantasmagoria. Lucky that put a... By royal decree.
Three of these and one of the weapons or two.
Oh, it's revealed. Cut to the chase. Shadow Raven, Black Knight Fall. Get them. Stumbling. Show me one. Speed of light. Nowhere to hide.
orbits. There's one. There's two. Might be enough. It's not like I can get the items anyway. I have to do the bosses. I can't do it till the start of the week. It's... That's enough. It's done. She's done. It's done. Two more, and I'll use those two on the other book. That works. I think tomorrow also is going to be the next character reveal for Melty Blood. Looking forward to that. Because it said there's going to be a character reveal every week for the next 4 weeks. Definitely excited about that. Yeah, Melty Blood. Save me, Melty Blood. Save me from these mediocre fighting games. Save me, Jeebus. Yep. Tom Melty Blood is the savior. It's, like I said, Strive is just killing me, dude. It's like killing me, Smalls. Melty Blood has not been doing shit. Story sets in 2 days as well. Yeah. It's killing me now. Melty Blood, you're killing me. You're killing me, Smalls. Come out. You need to come out now so I don't have to wait anymore. I'm getting anxious. Guilty Gear just needs to... Yeah. That game. Sleep that much today. I slept like 5 hours, and I'm gonna try to sleep 7 hours today. Hopefully. At least I get up by noon and go do my errands. And the next day, I shouldn't have to do much but phone calls. Just doing a bunch of stuff regarding my house. And get this stuff done. Yeah, and then hopefully I get to have my party at the end of September. That's the tentative date. We have probably like 8 or 10 people come over and do barbecue. That'd be fun.
Let's get down to business.
On reveal. My apologies.
My blade.
Impressious.
Things do. Use the berry.
Yeah.
Finally, hide.
Let me scry. Down into death by royal decree. Whirling snow. So rude. Let me scry. Midnight phantasm. My apologies.
This.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that Jacko didn't help much. So maybe the October update will be better. At least Tormented Souls is a good game, even though there's some things that kind of piss me off about it. It definitely has problems. If you can fix those problems, I'd be fine with the game.
Dance into destiny. Take flight. Sakura swirl. Shadows of fate. I summon thee. My apologies.
And I also found out I got a considerable raise at my job. I was happy about that. So I got $1.35 more an hour. So that was a pretty nice raise. I was like, oh, cool. Hey, I'm always welcoming a raise. Also, my friend got a job finally, full time. Benefits. He got hired directly in the company. I was like, good, man. I was like, good for you. So I'm happy for you. Hopefully, I told him just, you gotta keep it, man. Keep that job. It's gonna pay him pretty well. Bring it home by like $2,500 a month. Not bad. We're doing pretty good.
Delve into destiny. By royal decree. Whirling snow.
Finish the best one.
Shadow Raven, Black Knight Fall! Oh, Ruby!
Yeah, good things happening this week. Also, I was able to call T-Mobile and get a huge refund on my phone bill. I was like, what the fuck? I looked at my phone bill. I was like, why am I paying $450 a month? You know, it's like, but I got it straightened out. They gave me a refund because it's supposed to be like 270 because I have like multiple phone plans on my plan. So, yeah, they were able to refund me $150. So I was like, cool. Hey, extra $150. It's cool with me. Take free money. Okay, so now this one. I have to do one or two of these. Depends how many I get. I get 2 silvers and I only do one. Dr. Livingston. Living.
Let me scrub! By royal decree! My apologies! Fate is upon you! Queens of Darkness! Let's dance!
Yeah, there's a couple movies I want to watch this year, which is cool. Like 2, 3 movies I actually want to watch. Go to the theater. Fatal Frame is 2 months away. Playing that. No, get back here. Whatever. Don't have any. Mm.
Ad Astra Abyss. Ad Astra.
Mm. Do these, do artifact runs, and I'm done. Like I said, I should probably be done by 3:30. A little earlier. Not particularly tired right now, but
What are my orders?
I should get a little extra sleep. There's nothing really left for me to do anyway, so. I don't even know what artifacts I'm gonna be farming.
Access denied. Cut to the chase. Incoming. Speed of light. Race you. For Rex Lapis. Born of ice and frost. With sword comes shadow. Your toast. Speed of light.
Let's see what I can get. Can I have 2 silvers? One, two. Might be enough. It might be enough. Let's see. Let's see. That's enough. I get Mona refund, I might be able to get it. I know the double one is like a lot harder to get. Mona's is better because it's 25% getter. Refund rate is a lot higher. Double's nice, but I like the refund. I think can be a little bit more generous. That's all of them. Yes. 70. Need to get birds up. So chains are tomorrow, I think. That's not today. I think it's tomorrow. We'll do one more of those. And tomorrow I'll do 2 chains. Day after I'll work on bosses and shit. This do my artifact runs, and that's when I'm done for the day. Easy peasy.
Don't blink. Nice and spicy. This is long overdue. Cut to the chase. Speed of light. No ingredients for me today. Boba, don't blink. Let the show begin.
Ooh, that was a nice one. That's a nice truck. Half of them right there. That was really nice. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make enough silvers. Get 5 silvers, I think, max. That's gonna be it. So I have to get one more. After. Actually, I might have enough. I think the thing resets this week. So yeah, I can get that. Okay, actually I might be able to get it done. Fun. Okay. I think I can get just need one more. Weapons done. For now. She's fine. She's good. She's gonna get. She get it tonight, and then I think the pot thing was set today, so I should be able to get another transient resin or whatever it's called.
This realm is
Yep, I can get it done. Do not cash out.
If you ever have any questions.
I'll cash out in 2 days. I'll just let it build. Stay. One. Fragile. You said 20. Let me see. So, 20 fragile. Any singles left? I have 2. No grays, so I get 3 grays and like 2 grays. 2 grays and 1 regular. Yeah, I think I can just go with a single. No, I need a double, so I'll just save that for tomorrow. I'll have 5. Oh, let's do a single. A single should be enough. Yeah, it should be enough. Maybe I'll get a good draw. But yeah, a single should be enough. I shouldn't need to spend a double. Gene's done. I'm gonna work on Sucrose tomorrow. I'll get 5 of them. If I have to do at least 3 or 4 runs, our weapon will be done.
Born of ice and frost. Incoming. All hail. Right hand into the fire. Speed of light. No touching. For Rex Lapis. Nice and spicy. You're toast. When Thor comes down. Speed of light. Born of ice and frost.
Shit, give me a decent drop. Just give me a silver. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. That's fine, I'll take it. I don't have to do any conversions. Okay. She's done with her sword. So I never go to 90. Usually it's no. Yeah, but it's hopefully I get some weapons. I'm hoping I get another great sword. Get another I want a prototype bow. Or another prototype great sword. For Noelle. Because she's at rank, yeah, she needs one more. I should have like one of her best swords in the game for her. I'd like something better for her, but super stuff. Guess I'll do this tomorrow. Should have five pops. Get that done. I need to find another good set for her. Don't have any more. Give me another one. Give me two great swords. Give me two prototypes and get her another prototype weapon or something. Get her another Star Silver or something. A rain slasher. Something. Actually, I need more. I need to get that one up too. So yeah, probably use like 4 or 5 of those and just get a bunch of chains, so that a bunch of weapons done. That'd be a good idea. Things with artifacts, and I'll be here. Hmm. That way, the day of the patch, all my resources are freed up. Start diving into content. I have to start farming bosses again for the new characters. And books, so it's gonna be a lot of work. Be a lot of work. We have the level 2 characters. I don't even know what they need. They could need resources I don't even have. I have to go farm it.
Picturesque. Only some tea would make this thing.
Or it could be new resources we don't have access to yet, then I'm really gonna have to farm a lot. Well, at least we're getting like 600 gems for maintenance, and then we're getting we're getting 10 wishes for the logging campaign. So that's supposed to start. We're supposed to get 10 free wishes, which is really cool. And then Alloy is supposed to be a free character. I'm wondering if because I have PS5, I could download Genshin on my PS5 and then just log into my. I think you can log into PC accounts on PS5, and then I could just get Alloy for, and then use it on PC. Or I can just wait until 2.2 and then get her. I mean, either way, I'm gonna get her. It doesn't really matter. I don't need her right now. It's just cool, that Alloy. And she's free, so she's free on PS5 and free on PC. But like I said, I don't know if the accounts reflect on PS5. Like, can you log in on a PC account on PS5 and keep your data? Or is it one of those that's a different account system and it's just, you have to. It's not. I don't think it's crossplay, so it might not even matter at that point. I'll just wait. Also, I'd like the glider for PS4 on PC. But if it's not crossplay, then I can't get it. Pretty sure it's a PS4, PS5 exclusive. Be nice if you can play it on PC. But I'd rather play this on PC than PS5. I mean, PS5 runs good, just I'd rather play it on my PC. It looks a little better on PC than PS5. Not that much different. PS5 is pretty close to the PC version. I don't think the resolution is as high though. I think it runs at like 1440p or something. I don't think it runs at 4K. I could be wrong. But yeah, PS5 is a good option if you don't have a PC. Then yeah, definitely play it on PS5. It's your second best experience. And the control is really nice. Definitely love me PS5 controller. But I use PS4 controller on PC. I don't even use a PS5 controller. My PS5 controller just sit here. I don't even use them. They just literally just sit on my desk and they don't do anything. I don't touch my PS5. I feel like it's just a waste of money. I just have it just to have it in case it's exclusive. I still want to play Integrate on it, but I honestly rather play Integrate on my PC. But I know that game's going to be super demanding on PC. I have a feeling the PC port's going to be really demanding. Like, I don't know if my computer can run it like well enough. I definitely couldn't play it in 4K, that's for sure. Shit, my computer would probably have a heart attack. But I could probably play at 1440p, no problem. 4K would probably struggle too much. Especially when I want to put everything on max settings. Well, I usually put it on high. High is like the sweet spot. You get a lot of the quality settings. You know, very high, it's like 5% better. It's not really worth the performance hit though. You lose a lot of performance. Like 30-40% worse performance for just a minor gain. A maximum, never do maximum. Never do maximum on video game. That is a complete waste. It's like strictly for screenshots. If you want something to look the best it can, you put it on max. And again, just for pictures. Otherwise, don't use it. Waste of resource. High is like the optimal way to play a video game. I think that if your computer can play everything on high, your computer's fine. It runs at like a smooth 60 frames plus, yeah. Unless you need high-end frame rates, which games like this I don't need the high frame rates because it's not very fast. But on a game like Doom Eternal or like, you know, Quake or something, yeah, you definitely want high frame rate because you move so fast. For games like this and fighting games, yeah, 60 frames is enough. Anything above that is just unnecessary. You really can't see it. I know a lot of people swear by it, like, oh man, I could see the difference between 240 frames a second and 60 frames. I'm like, for slow games, I can't tell the difference. It's such a minor difference. But for fast-moving games, I can see the difference. Especially when when you're moving around, you're doing this shit. That's really noticeable on high frame rates. Yeah, if you're just doing like slow, games that don't have a lot of like insane movement, I need high refresh rate.
Scry the sky.
I play at 60 hertz on most of my games, and it's fine. But I will say the sweet spot for resolution is 1440. Yeah, 4K is a big hit on performance, unless you got the graphics power to do it. 1440p is like the sweet spot. You get like most of the quality, but it's not too much of a power and system requirement. Then over 1080p, it's not that much worse. It's like 25%, whereas like 4K is like 100%. It's like you need like double the performance. It's like, yeah, you definitely lose a lot of graphics power. You use a lot of graphics power for 4K, so I don't recommend 4K. Unless you get like a 3070 or 3080, then go 4K. Then by all means crank that puppy up. This game doesn't need a lot of graphics power. I have a 3060 Ti and it runs 4K fine. I rarely ever see it drop below 60 frames. It's only like very specific areas, I think, that aren't optimized that it drops frames. It's not that bad. I mean, but I could just set it to 1440p and the issue's resolved. 1080p I do notice though. 1080p it does look a little blurry. I can see the difference. What's up, Albert? I'm guessing that's your name. How you doing? Do I play fighting games? I used to. It's not that I don't play fighting games. I just don't like the fighting games that are out right now. The fighting games, in my opinion, on the market right now are really bad. I especially do not like how Arc System Works is treating their fighting games right now. I don't like the direction of fighting games. I hate this ease of access bullshit. I'm so sick of it. Like, it's killing me, you know? It makes me not want to play fighting games. Yeah, I love fighting games. I just don't like this new era of fighting games. I think the fighting games now are a lot more shallow. They're just not as fun to play, in my opinion. I like games that are a little bit more in depth, a lot of options, a lot of creativity, a lot of, just a lot of expression. I feel like that's been taken away in a lot of games nowadays. Like, you just don't have that anymore. So, that's just my opinion. But I will say, yeah, Melty Blood, I'm definitely hyped train, man. I'm super hyped for Melty Blood. Melty Blood looks amazing. And KOF 15 looks really good. I think KOF 15 is going to do well. With what they offered on the table, I was like, okay, this is much better. Because KOF 14 I thought was kind of a sleeper. I didn't really care for 14 that much. But 15 looks like it's definitely the polish that it needed. Graphics are way better. Gameplay looks way more improved. Good character roster. Online it's got rollback netcode, which is like godsend. And then it's got the jukebox modes with like 300 songs from all the KOF games. I'm like, that is sick. That to me is like, mwah. It's like, that's how you do it. That's how you fucking do it. So I think KOF 15 is going to fly off the shelves. So I hope it does really well. I'm definitely picking it up. KOF 14 was kind of a snore for me. I didn't really like 14 very much, but 15 is looking definitely more like the KOF I want to see. I love all the new, the modes that they had. The armor mode, like the different modes from KOF 2000. I was like, okay, now we're talking. It's definitely more the evolution of KOF that I like. The combo system looks way improved. Because I didn't like the KOF combo system in 14. It just felt kind of boring. Felt like really limited. Like you couldn't really do a whole lot. And I hated how the EX system was, that whole mode was tied to your cancels and shit. I was like, oh my god, it's such a gimmicky system. It's only used for one thing. And it's like, I just didn't care for that at all. I thought that was, I'm glad they changed that. Because I was like, man, no EX moves outside of that mode? I said, that sucks. You should be able to do EX moves whenever you want. So I'm glad they changed that. That was a big improvement. So yeah, I think 15 is going to be the game. KOF 15 is definitely going to have a presence. They need to implement all that rollback on their other games too, like Samurai Showdown. The Samurai Showdown is just... Samurai Showdown's dead. That game is fucking awful because of the netcode. But, oh look, Biking came out. Nobody cares. Because netcode is shit. Poor Biking. People love her, but no one's gonna play the game because the game runs like shit online. So, what's the point? I don't blame them either. I wouldn't want to play it either. Netcode alone would just piss me off. Like, this isn't fun. Fuck this. So there's no excuse anymore for fighting. I'm glad that people put their foot down and realize that, look, there's just no excuse for fighting games to come out right now without rollback netcode. It's just it's a standard. It needs to be a standard. Just no excuse for it. Do you want your game to die? use delay based netcode. Your game will die real quick. Oh, this is Street Fighter. Street Fighter doesn't matter. People will still play it regardless of the netcode is shit. And Tekken has, I think, a form of rollback. It's not the ideal form, but I would like a more true rollback implemented. You know, like the one like Strive and Mortal Killer Instinct used. That's like good rollback. That's what we need more of. We need that form of internet connections for online. That kind of an infrastructure. That's where the good stuff is. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. I would love to play fighting games. I'm in a fighting game mood. I don't like these fighting games now. I hate them. Like ever since DBZ, I've been really skeptical with Arc System Works. I just don't like this direction that they went. I really don't like it at all. DBZ was the starting point. Cross Tag Battle was just, Jesus God, such an awful game. And then Guilty Gear Strive just makes me cry because it's such a bastardization compared to the original games. It's like, man, Arc System Works is really straight from the tree, and not in a good way. The only good thing that came out of Strive is rollback. That was it. I do like the fact that they set the trend for rollback. That's a good thing. I am happy about this. So all future fighting games, or if they re-release fighting games, will have a form of rollback just because that's the standard now. People won't play your game otherwise. So if we ever do see like new fighting games, we will. It's pretty much going to be a rollback. But I don't really think we're going to see much indie fighting games anymore. I think all those games are going to kind of be just whatever. People are going to just sleep on them. Or they just won't come out. I just think the future of obscure anime fighters, that shit's dead. Those games will never get made again. Outside of like Arc System Works, there ain't anything. Anime fighters are dead. Like I said, the only one that's going to come out is Melty Blood. That's the only one. I'm shocked that they're making a new one. I'm really happy that they're hanging in there and they're not changing the game for the majority, not making it accessible. I'm glad they're not doing that. I guess just leave it alone. Let it be. Let the game be what it wants to be. Stop trying to conform to another standard, because that's what everybody is used to. Like, it makes everything artificial, because then everything's just a copycat of another game. It's like, imagine if all first-person shooters were all Call of Duty. That'd be like the analogy. So, okay, we're gonna make all first-person shooters. They have to all play like Call of Duty. Same, controls, same era, same everything. People will get sick of first-person shooters. I know I would. I'd be like, oh my god, not another fucking World War II shooter. It's like, we have enough of those. I need more of that shit. Yeah, the only fighting games on the horizon right now are just... It's honestly, it's just two fighting games. Well, technically three. Street Fighter 5. 6 is next year, supposedly. I don't care about it, though. But yeah, it's just Melty Blood and KOF. That's it. There's really nothing else. Well, also that other Arc System Works game, the DNF Duel, whenever that's coming out. If that ever comes out, that game was announced back in December of last year, and they haven't said anything for the last 9 months. So I'm just like, is it still coming out? Did it get canceled? Or is it just delayed for a long time because of COVID? And then, of course, Chaos Code Next, which is got announced to go back into production, which I'm really happy about. That made me so excited. I really like Chaos Code. That's a really underrated game. I hope it does well. I hope it has rollback too. I would definitely like to play Chaos Code Next. That's a game I definitely would like to put a lot of hours into. That game is really fun. Yeah, what's up, Albert? Did you hear anything I said, by the way? I was saying a bunch of stuff. I don't think you heard me. Did you not hear me? If you can hear me, can you even hear me, or can you not hear me? My mic should be on. Can you hear me at all, or not? Like, I was saying a bunch of stuff and you didn't say anything, so I'm assuming you just left. Or your volume's not on. Let me know either way. You okay? Yeah, Melty Blood. Like I said, I think that game is going to be my fighting game of the year. I really do. That game looks fucking amazing. It really captures. It really captures the essence of true anime fighters, in my opinion. No, I appreciate it. Thanks. I'm not, as you can see, I'm not. I'm just not particularly fond of today's fighting games. I'm really not. I really don't like them. I just, I feel like they're trying to make everything the same. They're basically cutting out all the excess stuff that they consider waste, like it's fat, like off a steak. They trim it down to next to nothing, and it's like you have to play this way or you're not going to do well. So it takes away from the originality of how someone plays. So it makes it where look, you can only play this character this way. I don't like that. I don't like it when the developers make the game where I can't play how I want to play. It really kills my buzz. Like I feel no desire to play when they do that. I just it bothers me. It really bothers me on a big level. So it's just not fun. I really don't like it. So I don't know. This feels wrong to me. That's my opinion. So I don't know how you feel about it. I mean, to each his own. I mean, if you like it, that's cool. But I can understand people are gonna obviously have a different opinion than me. But yeah, it is a sensitive subject with me. I get really worked up about it. 'Cause it's just like I like fighting games so much, and I feel that compromising the integrity of fighting games is just I don't. I'm very sensitive about that because I have a deep history with fighting games. So just seeing it become a shell of its former self, I just really, it's just like it's like oh yeah, I know I sound like an old man, but it's like remember when fighting games used to be really deep, and when you played a fighting game, it was like a challenge to learn and get good at. You had to spend like weeks of time getting good at the game. Like it felt rewarding when you played it. Now it just seems like instant gratification. You just jump in, you play for like 30 minutes, and then you're just okay, I got it. And it just doesn't. I don't like that. It really takes out the. I don't feel accomplished at all when I'm playing it. I don't. I have no satisfaction playing it. It just kills my mood so hard. It's just really sad, like how it makes me feel inside. I feel empty. I really do. It just feels boring. A lot of my friends say the same thing. They play these fighting games and they're just like, yeah, I guess that was fun. And then it's like they're just done with it. It's like next. I'm thinking to myself, ouch. That bad, huh? That bad, huh? They don't sound very thrilling to me. Like I say, I don't know how you feel about it, but that's my take on it. Crap, 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 crap. Oh, lovely. All crap. That was beautiful. It was beautiful, not. It. Yeah, I haven't honestly played a fighting game like seriously since 2019. That's no joke. My last game was Million Arthur Arcana Blood. That was the last game I took serious. That was the last game I took serious. After that, it just fell into obscurity. Yeah, the game didn't do well either. It was sold really poorly, and the netcode was trash. So it lasted like less than a week. Like it came out and it literally just died in like 2-3 days. It was really sad. Nobody talked about it. Like and they didn't even announce it came out. Like nobody knew it came out. So it was just one of those. Hey, like 3 people are playing it. Nobody knows what it is. So that was a shame. Like the online was so dead. There was hardly like anybody playing the goddamn game. It's really sad. Just seeing a game that I love like that just become a shell of its former self. Like, what the fuck? Why is it so bad? 300, 900, so I'll be at 29,500 gems. I think that's everything right now. I said I can't do all the events are done, all the quests are done, my resin's spent. There's nothing left. What was it with that? Yeah, I gotta wait a month before Melty Blood comes up, so I'm definitely getting antsy. I'm getting super antsy for Melty Blood. It's only 30 days away, but 31 days away, so 4.5 weeks. Because it comes out on the 30th of September, so that's Thursday. So I might call off work that day. Yeah, I play a lot. I have a lot of gems because I play a lot. So I do my dailies every day. I spend money on Welkin Moon, which is $5 a month. I do chests, all the quests, all the events. So it adds up pretty fast when like I basically recovered like all the gems I spent on the last banner within a month. So just from just playing the game and doing my dailies. So you can get a lot of gems. Like the most I've had is like 35,000. So and I'm careful how I spend on my banners because I try to manipulate drops with the drop rate system, the pity system. So I kind of try to use that to my advantage to get the characters I want. Because there's no way you're gonna get. It's impossible to get every single character on a free-to-play account. It's not gonna happen. I don't care how good you are at farming gems. It's not gonna happen because the odds of you getting it it's just against you. You'll get like if you play hard, you can probably get like a 5-star character every patch from one banner. That's it. And then you have to go back and just farm 6 weeks straight hard with the bonuses I said to get all those gems back. Like this patch coming up, I think it's gonna have another like 3,000 worth of gems maybe in chests, and then quests, and then there's gonna be tons of events. So again, everything that happens in the game, you just have to keep playing. But that's how you play this game well without spending much money. I also vowed to not spend any more money on the battle pass. I'm done with battle pass. I'm not gonna spend any more money on that shit. I think I'm at that point in the game where battle pass is completely pointless. The only time a battle pass is needed is when I have no resources, or if I need a weapon that's from that banner, that I need because I don't have an alternative. But other than that, no, I can get everything I want from just playing for free. There's going to be like 2 free weapons that are pretty good coming up in the next patch. I think one's a great sword and one's a bow. I believe, or something. So I'm definitely interested in that. But yeah, at this time, yeah, I'm just waiting. I'm just patiently waiting. There's really not much going on my radar right now. It's been kind of boring. I've just been looking for new content, but there really hasn't been that much coming out. Yeah. I'm gonna work on Melty Blood. Oh, it's a pole arm. I thought the pole arm was a 5 star. That was for what's her face for the Raiden Shogun. That's from a banner though. That's not gonna be something you earn for free. But regardless, anything that the game offers for free, I'll take advantage of it. I mean, it's free. I mean, I like playing the game when there's actual content to do. If there's nothing to do, I'm bored. The game bores me to tear when there's nothing to do because doing dailies every day is extremely monotonous. It's one of those things of it's just a really extremely monotonous doing the same shit every fucking day. It gets really old. So, and a lot of times I'm trying to do the dailies as quick as I can. So, oh, there's a new 4 star polo. That's good. I'll probably use that for the Shogun. I have to check it out. That's all good. Are you about to do your 5 star pity? Good luck. Hopefully you get. If I don't know if you want Yoimiya, or you know, I don't know if you're on your guaranteed pull on 5 star for the banner character. Because if you don't get it this time, you're gonna get it next time. Okay, so you have a 50-50 chance of getting Yoimiya if that's who you're looking for. You're waiting for ball. Well, see, why don't you wait? Why don't you wait then? Why are you gonna pull it now? If you're at the 5 star pity, if you want ball, why don't you just wait? Save it for next time. I wouldn't pull if I were you. You know why you want ball, so wouldn't you want to use that to your advantage to get ball instead of wasting it on your Mia? Because you might get ball if you pull that 10 pull. If your soft pity's in that range, I'm telling you, I would rather you wait. I'm just telling you, I think that's a smarter move. I don't think. Oh, you're not pulling. Oh, you're. I thought you meant you're about to do a 10 pull. Okay, your 10 pulls from your 5 star. Okay, so you're saving it. Okay, so you're okay. You're being smart. Okay, so yeah. So when you pull 10 more times, you'll be at your soft pity. So at that point, then you'll determine. Maybe you'll get lucky and get ball. So good luck. That's all I'm saying. Good luck. Hopefully you get her. I'm hoping to get Ball and Sarah. And then I would like to get a bunch of Sucroses. Hoping to get at least like 3 or 4. I have C6 Zhang Lings, so any Zhang Lings I get are just wastes. So but yeah. Yeah, it's all I really play right now. It's just Genshin. That's really all I fucking do. It's kind of boring. I wish I was playing other games, but I mean, I do have other games I play. It's just they're not fighting games. You know, I wish I had. Wish I just had something else to play. Just lately, it's been kind of snore. I wish I had way more to play. So, unfortunately, not much you can do about that, though. I mean, whatever comes out comes out. I just look at news and I'm like, hey, is there any new games coming out that I actually care about? Oh, Bravely Default 2 is coming to PC. Okay, that's pretty cool. Oh, that's actually coming to PC for $60. Fuck you. Really? $60 for Bravely Default 2? Wow. That's fucking ridiculous. $60 for that game. Isn't that like 40 on 3DS? You're charging more for a port than what the game normally costs on 3DS. God, what a joke. Yeah, I'm definitely not buying that. Fuck that. Too much. Yeah, it's not like I said, I'm just looking at different games and there's just nothing. There's just really nothing in the tunnel right now for games that I care about. Like there's just small things here and there, but they're nothing amazing. There's really not much going on. Yeah, I'm just not really seeing much else right now. Yeah, I'm just looking through my video game sources. I'm not seeing anything. There's nothing. Tomorrow they'll. I think, like I said, tomorrow I think it's the Melty Blood next character. It's gonna get revealed. Supposedly three of the characters were leaked. It's gonna be three new characters and then maybe two returning. And I think they said one of the three that was leaked was Roa. From what I read. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. Yeah. So yeah, Roa and two newcomers. And one of the newcomers is a boss. Yeah, so Roa's one, and then the other two are unknown. Probably going to be um two returning characters. But we'll see. It could be all new characters of all we know. But yeah, it seems like a lot of characters are not coming back in Melty Blood, which is kind of sad. So it's kind of unfortunate. Yeah, well, about it. Yeah, I can't think of anything else to talk about, so I'm just looking up news and information. I don't see shit. So, yeah, just gotta wait for the update in 2 days. And then hopefully get some more news about Melty, and then I'm gonna keep playing Tormented Souls on the weekend. Gonna finish that up. Because I'm pretty close to the end, I think. I think I'm like maybe another couple hours left, and then I'm at the end. I don't think I have much left to do. And then after that is I'll probably finish East 9. Um, that's about it. There's really not a lot going on right now. What's up, Kozu? How you doing? She's boring. I quit already. I played her. I played Jacko for for like it's because of the system. That's why she's not very good. I don't think she's fun. And it's mainly because of the system. I don't like how she plays because the system limits her too much. Like I don't like how she feels. Like in terms of like the way things hit and stuff, she's very simplified. She's missing way too many moves. So I wasn't impressed that much. I tried her out for one day, and then I tried playing the next day, and I literally was getting so fed up that I was like, I basically quit on stream. I was playing for like 20 minutes, and I was like, fuck this game, dude. Like, fuck this game, man. God, man, Strive is such a mess, dude. Yeah, that's my opinion. So it's called I'm waiting for Melty Blow. It is a game problem. It's not like they have good character choices. It's just the game ruins the characters. Yeah, Jacko's an awesome character. It's just the game engine and the way things function in that game. It's just really fucking, boring. I'm sorry, the game's boring. There's just, I tell people it's so much focus on neutral and footsies. It's like, and then if you don't have meter, you're pretty much you're just fishing for counters. Yeah, I don't think Jam is going to be that great. I think Jam is going to be, like, really gutted. I think she's going to be really simple. She's going to lose half her moves. She's going to just hit hard. And combo's going to be super short. She's not going to have a lot of utility. It just seems like the game just wants to stay in its little bubble. It doesn't want to go beyond the bubble. It likes the little box. The game is a little box. It doesn't expand amongst that little box. So unfortunately, that's just how it is. So I'm not having much faith, especially with what the update offered. The update didn't do shit. The update, if anything, the only thing I noticed it made fucking Angie really stupid. I hate how Angie can just cancel out of his Ryujin anytime he wants. It looks dumb. It looks like it's almost like, oh, we couldn't fix the character right, so we're just gonna make it where that move is just completely busted. That's what it feels like. Because when you do Ryujin, it's like before, even in the previous games, Ryujin, the first hit of Ryujin had to hit for the second hit to come out. So now it's just, I can just do Ryujin, I can just completely bypass the first part anytime I want. It looks silly. It really does. Like, I look how it hits, and I'm just like, it doesn't look right. It looks weird. And then Axel can super cancel his time stop move. So he can use he's the only character that can do this. He can do a special move and then cancel into that super move into it. I was like, what? I was like, no Guilty Gear ever did that shit before. Guilty Gear, you could never do that. So that to me just looks weird. To me, it just, I don't know. It just that bothers me. I know it's just it's a change specific for him, but it also tells me like almost like no, the system is flawed. So they're like, well, we're just giving this him to hit so he has something. And it's almost like it's a Band-Aid fix. It's like, dude, your system has a fundamental problem. These changes you put in are just so half-assed. Like, you don't know what you're doing. Like, even, like, I was reading one of Teresa's plays. He's a Guilty Gear tournament player. And he was like, what did he, we got the monkeys running the circus? Like, these guys don't know what they're doing. All these changes they're making don't make any sense. And then they gave Ino's just fucking ridiculous now. They made her dash just stupid fucking OP now. I'm just like, okay, again. I'm just like, huh? I don't get these changes. Like, what are you doing? Like, I don't know where their minds are. It's confusing as all hell. And then, who else are they? Melia's a joke with the changes. Like, Melia's just sad. Melia's changes were so fucking, like, insignificant. Like, I was just looking at, like, you got the pro Melia players playing her, and they're showing you all these supposed buffs. They don't work. They don't fucking work. I was like, wow, well, that was a waste of time. It's just a lot of characters just don't function right. Like I said, it just seems like they just don't know what they're doing. It's like they're literally just throwing darts at a wall and just hopefully something hits. That's what it feels like to me. They don't have a lot of time, so they're just literally just throwing darts at walls and hoping something works. And it's like I feel like these updates are going to be so dumb, where it's going to make the game just feel like a broken mess. And then it's going to be like, okay, the game is just stupid at this point. Now you made it worse, or it just like this thing's got dumber, and it doesn't make things interesting. You know, it's like okay, the game was already bad enough as it is, and then you're doing all these changes, and it makes it even worse. So I worry about the next patch in October, which is supposed to be the huge patch, where everything's going to be like shaken up. But I have a feeling it's going to get really stupid. Like in a bad way. And it's going to be like, yeah, this is dumb. This is just dumb. And it's going to be one of those things where, well, we can see they're not going to fix it. So at that point, I'd be like, yeah, don't even hold your breath on anything at this point. This game's pretty much just, this game's done for. Like, once I see that patch, that's going to determine the future of the game, in my opinion. Because that's supposed to be the one that's going to shake everything up. So, based on their words, like, oh, this is going to be a depth and fun factor change. Like, it's going to be, the game's going to change. It's like, okay, what are you changing? And it better not just be dinky small shit I don't care about. Because you changing a frame on a move does not fucking make it game-breaking change. It's not an evolution. Yeah, I want longer combos. I want longer combos. I want reduced damage, like by a lot. I want a wall break mechanic that functions properly, where you can actually see the meter on the wall. I want gravity to not be so heavy. I think they need to alter the gravity. I think dust combos need to have more freedom, not how restricted it is now. What else? I think Roman cancels need to have more, like a few more option selects from it. One guy, my friend that streams, his name's escaping work for. He brought up a really good suggestion. I liked it a lot because there's a system in the game called rapid cancel, where when you do a Roman cancel after you hit a move, you immediately hit a button to execute the move after you Roman cancel, and it comes out immediately without any delay. So basically, it's like the Roman cancel. Normally, when you burst and it does that bubble, it pops you, hits you. You bypass that entire animation. So it's literally you just come out of it and do your move. He said maybe you thought of, and this is a good idea. I said he was thinking of turning that mechanic into a 25% meter mechanic. I was like, I like that. I said that sounds interesting, but it only works on moves that don't hit. So if you can't use it to do it on moves that hit. It can only be on moves that don't hit. So it's basically for setup and pressure. So I thought that was really interesting. I was like, that sounds pretty good. It's almost like Yellow Roman Cancel, but in a different way. But I think that would open up pressure options. I also think they need to change the defensive option because the defense in this game is utter trash. I hate the defense in Stride. It is so bad. Like the blitz. I'm sorry, the instant guard, and shield blocking are trash. The defense just feels non-existent. It's like there's such little options for the defense. It's like, dude, there's no parry. The way instant block works is doesn't reduce hits, block stun. You know, that kind of shit really changes the game. So if you're smart on defense, you can punish offense easier. You know, like you can Exert and even in Accent Core Plus. So I think the defense needs to be buffed. There needs to be more options from defense. Also, I don't like the Yellow Roman Cancel in Strive. Basically the defensive burst. I don't like that. I think the defensive burst is trash. Like after seeing how people utilize it, it's like it is such a waste of meter. It doesn't do shit for you. It's like it's such a waste. Like why would you waste that when you can use it for a Roman cancel? It's actually going to do something. So I personally think they need to get rid of Yellow Burst and or make Yellow Burst a cheaper something because it just doesn't function well. I think the Yellow Burst is like one of the worst meter option mechanics in the game. I really think they need to change it. I would like to see Dead Angle back. Dead Angle was cool. I like Dead Angle a lot. But yeah, Yellow Roman Cancel Burst feels like a normal burst, but not as good. That's basically what it feels like. It's just like, look, it's the pseudo burst that doesn't work. Because the thing is, all it does is just reset both your neutrals. That's all it does. It doesn't turn the tide of the battle. It doesn't make it where the offense has to respect you, and now you're on defense, and now you're on offense. I want more back and forth. So I think they need to make that mechanic, bring back Dead Angle. So it's basically alpha counter. So when somebody puts you in a lot of block pressure, and then you pop them with that, and then it knocks them away and knocks them on their ass. Now you're on offense because you made a good call. But the way in this game it works, it's just, oh look, reset neutral. Okay, it's 50-50 either way. I don't like that. It is like, ugh. Like, God, that mechanic's fucking trash. Yeah, Melty Blade has the parry, man. Parry looks fucking sick, dude. I was like, damn, parry's gonna be sick in the hands of a master. GG change target. What are you talking about? You mean change the target audience? Oh yeah, we already know that. Guilty Gear is not for Guilty Gear players. Guilty Gear is for Street Fighter players, for non-Guilty Gear players. We are not the target demographic anymore. We don't matter. Arc System Works dropped us. Basically just said, you know what? We don't give a shit about you guys. We want the new audience because that's what makes the money. They're going where the cash is. So the cash is with the new fans, which, they're the ones pumping out millions of dollars for them because, they sold 500,000 copies in 2 months, which is the most Arc System Works has ever made for a fighting game from them directly. Well, DBZ is not them. They didn't get any money from that because, they were the developer. They weren't the publisher. Publisher gets all the money. But Arc System Works, yeah, this game is their most successful game of all time. They've made the most money in Guilty Gear Strive across all their games. So obviously they got a taste of the big money. So they're like, oh man, we're fucking bringing in like God knows how much millions they make. What is that? 660 million. So what is 500,000 copies times 60? That's 30 million. Yeah, $30 million they've made on the game minimum. That's not including DLC, season passes, and not including deluxe editions, collector's editions, merchandise. So they've made minimum $30 million on this game. So they're living big right now. That's big for Arc System Works. That's huge. So obviously, they got big money and they're getting their investment like probably tenfold what they spent. But I have a feeling it's going to change like their perspective on things now that they got a taste of that big money. They're like, well, this is what we're doing now. This is the focus now. We're not doing. Yeah, Melty Blood. Yeah, it's Delightworks, or it's not. I thought French Bread was the is French Bread the publisher, or I thought they were the developer. Oh yeah, Delightworks is the company that they made, huh? The new company isn't that what Ono runs now? Isn't Ono part of that company, Delightworks? Didn't he move there? Isn't he like the CEO or something? Or the spokesperson? I'm pretty sure. I think, yeah, Ono works there now. Yeah, I remember hearing about that. So yeah, it's weird seeing Ono work on Melty Blood. I mean, that's cool. I mean, if he can bring his passion to the series, and help make, good decisions. I mean, that's cool. I welcome it. I know a lot of people love Ono, because of Street Fighter, but a lot of people don't like him either. They say he was holding the series back. So it's like, I don't know. I have a mixed opinion on that. So I could see where he's old school and he likes to keep things OG, but I also see he is like the passionate spirit of Street Fighter, because that's his baby. That's his child. That's his game. When people think of Street Fighter, they think of Ono and like Daigo. Those names are synonymous with that game. So I know he was very passionate, but Capcom wouldn't let him do what he wanted, so he basically got tired of it, and he was like, I'm done. I just can't keep doing this anymore. I need to feel my passion appreciated. So I could see why he left. Yeah, I mean, it's nice seeing. I mean, I'm glad. I mean, French Bread we already know French Bread is the little guy. French Bread is the little guy, man. That's the guy I'm rooting for in the background. Like, yeah, go fucking French Bread. Like they're like that company they're like the old Arc System Works. That's what they are. That's what I think. Like literally, they took over as the old Arc System Works. Arc System Works used to be that little guy too back in the day. Back when Arc System Works was just a really small company that made good anime fighters. And, they just made good games and they built on their integrity. Now, Arc System Works has become like the new Capcom. They're trying to become the new Capcom. And I'm afraid the company is going to just be a shell of its former self. And now French Bread, I think, is becoming the new Arc System Works. And then you got companies like Team Arcana, which they're really on the DL. But even them, it's like they're like the obscure anime company. They're the small little guy that makes those good little anime fighting games, but they're just getting by. They make great games, but they get by. Well, they don't. Now, Type Moon has the rights to Tsukihime, or whatever. That's their baby. They're not going to let that go. I doubt they would give the license to Arc System Works. But I don't see Arc System Works. Like I think Type Moon, like I want Melty Blood to do well. I hope it sells a good amount of copies, but I have a bad feeling in my heart that I think Melty Blood is not going to sell well. I think it's going to be like a sleeper hit. It's going to be like it's the people that play it know it's a good game. It's going to be like it's a good game, but I don't think anybody's going to pay attention to it. I think it's going to just be everybody's going to be like, oh no, Stride, man. Because I'm sure you've seen all the hate, right? For like Melty Blood is getting a lot of hate right now. Like people are bad mouthing Melty Blood really bad, and it's like to the point where it's like Jesus Christ, man. Like why are people hating on fucking Melty Blood so much? Like holy fuck, man. It's kind of sad. It's like people are just hating on it because it's not like Guilty Gear's level. They're like, oh man, fucking play a real anime fighter like Guilty Gear. I'm like, what? I'm like, or they say, oh, that shit looks fucking, what is it? What do they say? Drip. That shit's dripless, man. Fucking Melty's dripless, man. It's got no style. Looks boring. I'm just like, okay, buddy, whatever. Fucking, man, you don't know shit about fucking Melty Blood, man. Don't even go there with that dripless shit. I hate that, man. Such an ignorant ass statement, dude. A lot of people have been saying that too. Like they bandwagon jump. Like it's like they want Melty Blood to fail. They don't want it to exist. Like, oh man, that game needs to go in the trash. I'm like, okay. Yeah, exactly. Like you get people that like these big gorillas, so like, oh man, it's almost like a gang war. You get the gang that's just like, oh yeah, look at me, I'm the big shit. Like I run this whole town. And then you got who's the new cat in town, and then everybody just goes against it. Like, nah, man, this guy's fucking fake, man. This guy ain't got shit, man. He got no game. And they just, and people are gonna badmouth you just because the big dog has all the say so in the community, so everybody listens to him. So you got to prove yourself, and I'm glad Melty like I'm sorry, French Bread is pushing back, like in a sense where they're like, we're just gonna make a good fighting game. I don't care what you fucking think. We're not gonna dumb it down. We're not gonna cater to the casuals. We're not gonna make it accessible. We're just gonna make a good fighting game how we want to make it. I'm glad that they're sticking to their guns. They're not letting someone bully them into being like every other trend is doing. Well, you got to conform to the new standard. That's the only way you're gonna. It's almost like you're going to a town and they're run by the mafia. Like you got to do things the way we tell you here. Or else you're gonna get hurt. That kind of thing. That's what it feels like. And you're that one guy like, fuck those guys, man. I'm gonna do what I want. And it's like, well, you don't do what we tell you, you're not gonna do well because now you got everybody against you. That's what it feels like. They don't, but the thing is, they don't even look into the gameplay. They don't look into the story. They don't look into anything. Like, they just look at, oh, characters wearing a school uniform. It must be a boring game in their head. That's what they think. Boring ass game, boring ass gameplay, boring ass designs, boring. I'd rather play Guilty Gear because that shit's woke and that shit's fucking, man, gameplay is amazing. I'm looking at them like, man, dude, like, you don't know shit, do you? Like, I almost want to look at some of these people like, man, you're just woke because it's popular. You got woke because it's popular. That's why you never gave a flying fuck about Guilty Gear when it was a thing. Like one guy said best, and I laughed. He said it's funny when the Jacko Challenge blew up. Like Jacko Challenge is huge on Twitter right now, one of the biggest trending things. And one guy said, Jacko Challenge was around since 2014. You didn't say shit when she fucking came out in 2014 on Exert. You didn't say a goddamn word. Crickets. Crickets, man. Exactly. It's just crickets, man. It's like, again, this woke shit. Everybody's so woke. I'm so woke, dog, because everybody plays this shit. Dude, the fucking, when they showed fucking Soldier Boy playing and like, yeah, look at me, own this shit. I'm like, this is the people they're catering to. It's like people like him who are dumb fucks. When I saw Soldier Boy playing Guilty Gear, I was just like hanging my head in shame. I go, this is the demographic that Guilty Gear Strive is aiming for. This is the demographic they're looking at and go, yeah, this is the future right here. I'm like, I was like, sure, whatever, buddy. You're a joke. See you later. Well, I'm gonna go over that way now and play a real game. Yeah, Jacko Challenge is just sad. I hate Jacko Challenge. Like I like Jacko. I mean, I like when I saw her originally, and sorry, it wasn't 2014. Sorry, 2017 when Revelator came out. She was a new character. So was it 2017 or 2016? No, 2017 was Rev 2. 2000, I think 2016 or 15 was Jacko. It's around there, but it's like 5, 6 years old. And back then, I was like, man, Jacko's fucking sick, dude. I love Jacko. But again, crickets, man. Crickets. Nobody said a goddamn word about Jacko when she came out. Nobody was talking about her. Oh man, but she's in Strive. Oh man, got woke, man. Oh, I know all about this Jacko thing. Fucking A, man. What a bunch of dips, man. What a bunch of dips. Yeah, like we're the real fans. Like, yeah, I know about them guilty and gears and shit. And you hear people talking like they're so well versed in the game. Like, you don't know anything, do you? You show them a character and they're like, who's that? I'm like, oh my god. Like, oh my god, it's so laughably bad. It really is. It's just like, wow. Again, they got woke, man. They're so woke. These people are so fucking woke. They're the they're oh, we're the OG. We knew all about this shit. No, you didn't. You didn't know a goddamn thing about the series in the previous iterations. You didn't know a goddamn thing. Oh, fucking goddamn thing about that shit. Again, because everybody else is playing it, you got woke. It's like so fucking pathetic. I hate when that happens. It's like you realize it's a good game, and you tell people it's a good game. Why don't you play it? Instead of being a goddamn lemming like everybody else and following what the majority does. There's like these good games that come out, and then it's like 10 years later. Oh man, I'm so fucking well. I'm like, a little late to the party, buddy. Like, 2014 called. Hello? Oh, it's like, oh, I'm already on the next thing, man. Shit. What's next? What's next? The games I play, people are going to realize they're good games. Like, oh man, this game's fucking really good. I'm like, duh. That's what it feels like. It just feels like I just want to do that oh duh thing to them, man. It's God, people sometimes, dude. So fucking sad. But whatever. You know what? Sometimes I'm glad. You know what? I'm glad. I don't want any of them playing Melty Blood. You know what? It's a good thing. Don't touch Melty Blood. Don't touch it. Don't look at it. Don't play it. Don't even acknowledge it exists. You know what? Stay away from it. You guys want to hate on it and say, the game is fucking shit. You know what? Don't play it then. Don't play it. Go play your fucking Strive. Go play your Strive and say it's the best anime fighter ever made. Go do that shit. Please, by all means, just stay away from Melty Blood. We don't need your infectious opinion about dumbing shit down for you guys because you can't handle something that's actually challenging to play. I really believe that. I'm sorry, but I think a lot of people would avoid those games because they don't have the brain capacity to play it. They don't want, or they're just terrified to play it because they're afraid that they can't dominate. It's not easy. So they look at it and go, oh, fuck this shit. This game's dumb because it's hard. Then sit down and play and learn it. You really think the pros... I don't like... You know what I don't like? I don't like the fact that people can be pro at something in such a short amount of time where you're looking up to them like they're a god. And it's like, you should not be handed that shit that easy. That should take a lot of work to get to the top. You know, when you see like a Guilty Gear Zerd or even a Blaze Blue player that played for years to get that good, where it's noticeably the skill is just like night and day difference from a casual. That's where I can respect that at least. Like, hey, he took a lot of time to get good at that. He earned it. Whereas, now it's like, oh, look, a fucking scrub can beat a pro player because of the way the system is. Guy doesn't have to put that more work, and he gives the pro player a fight. And and then the pro player feels like, wow, he feels no appreciation for his skill because, the way the game is like holding the beginner's hand. So they feel, it's like a crutch. It's like me and you in a street fight and I give you a gun. And so, okay, now it's fair. But it's like, how's that fair? Like, I understand I'm a black belt, whatever, in martial art, but you give this guy a gun to go fucking make it fair? Yeah, exactly. If anyone can be the champion, if anybody, it's like saying, oh yeah, anybody can beat Daigo. Anybody can beat Daigo. It's like they did that with Street Fighter V when Ryu had his parry. They made the parry piss easy. Where it's like, holy crap, it's like a brain dead idiot can do it. It's like it takes the whole Daigo parry thing, like it just dumbs it down to like it just the intelligence of a potato. And you just can't appreciate it. It's like, okay, why should I praise you? And you should get glory and praise and knowledge. Like, good boy, you're so... Golf clap. You're so fucking good. That's what it feels like to me. You're insulting Daigo, who, had to make a name for himself for doing that. And I respect that. Don't take that away from him. So I just think that's an insult to those players that actually worked hard. Where people now can just anybody, they basically, like one guy said, how you climb the mountain to get to the top of the peak? It's the journey to get to the top of the peak, which should be really hard. You completely obliterated the hard part. Now it's like, let's say the mountain's now what? A yard. You literally just gotta raise your leg and just go, okay, I'm at the top now, yay. 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 Well done. So proud of you. Oh, man. Legend right here. Oh, man. $1 million contract deal right here, man. It reminds me... You know what it reminds me of? You know that episode of South Park? Where, with James Cameron talking about lowering the bar? And then they have, Cartman and, what's her name? Honey Boo Boo do a skitty wrestling match. And what's her name? Michelle Obama is like hosting the fight. And that whole episode just feels synonymous with that, where the bar got so raised so low that, we've devolved to this. That's what our intelligence is now. That's what it feels like. That's how fighting games has de-evolved so much. It's like, wow, we're going back to being an ape. We're just we're just being gorillas. That's what it feels like. Oh, you never watched it? It's a good episode. It really made me think because of just the analogy it made, and it's like it's true. We have regressed so much as a society that we've de-evolved. We really have. I think we're stupider than ever. People are really goddamn stupid, and it's sad. It hurts my head. There used to be more aspiration. I used to look up to people and say, "Hey, that guy's really smart. Hey, that guy's really, and he's got something going for him. You know, he actually, put forth an effort to be something. I can respect that. I can look up to that person. Now it's like things are a joke, man. Things a joke. Shit is a joke now. Like I'm supposed to, bow to this just Drew Law that doesn't do shit. That's just handed his victory. I should be like, oh man, he's like the next he's like the next Mike Tyson. Oh man, like yeah right. Yeah, right. Please, don't insult me. That's what it feels like to me. These guys want to be compared to like the great legends. Like they're above them. Like, oh man, I'm good at this fucking game. Like this is bitch shit, man. Anybody can do that shit. When you advertise your game, I don't know what Street Fighter V did that. Literally did that advertisement where I laughed my ass off. But they said, it's so easy that a 2-year-old can play it. That's not a joke. That is not a joke. They literally had a baby playing the story mode, and he beat the story mode. A baby. A fucking baby. And I'm thinking to myself, and we are praising this for what reason? Like, this should be something we should aspire towards because why? I mean, that's just like, wow. Talk about setting your standards that low. It's just like, Jesus, man. It's so easy. An idiot can do it. I'm like, oh, man, you should feel so proud of yourself. Wow, man. Just like, talk about just, oh, God. God damn. I'm sorry, but that just hurts my head. It really does. Tell you, man, we're returning to gorillas, man. I think the gorillas look at us and just facepalm and go, man, these guys are fucking idiots. Humans are stupid. I go, yeah, I don't blame them for thinking that, because we are. Oh, man, fuck game journalists, man. Fuck game journalists, man. Fucking game journalists are fucking pathetic. Oh, hold on. We gotta make sure the game journalist gives us a 10 out of 10, so we gotta make it piss easy so they don't fucking feel offended. Oh, God forbid it's too hard. They have to fucking learn the game. God for fucking bid. They don't want to hurt their little will feelings. Like, Jesus, man. But game journalists, I think, are fucking the biggest unqualified people to criticize video games. I don't believe in their shit. I said, dude, I can do your job way better than you can. At least I'm honest. At least I have an educated background in video games. Like, I played video games my whole life. I think my critique would be a lot more, have more weight than their dumbasses. The only thing, maybe they might have better writing skills than me. That's probably the only thing that they'll have above me. Maybe. But as far as, like, knowing what they're talking about, shit, no. I'd blow them out of the water. I said, my 35 years of video game knowledge and experience and passion will crush your journalism. Yeah, we have. We have gone 360. You're no joke. We have returned back to simple. I remember when I was younger, What's up, Dolphin Burb? How you doing? Yeah, I can't stand fucking video game reviewers and shit. Like public, that work for major publications. I think they're the biggest frauds. I think they just play something and it's like It has to be easy so they can make sure they can. The developers make it that way because so they can give them a high score, so it sells millions of copies. It's like, okay, yeah, let's make it nice and easy. It's good, right? It's good, right? You love it, right? Yeah, you feel good. Yeah, yeah, it's so good. Yeah, it's almost that artificial inflation ego. They're pumping them full of air, making them like, yeah, I'm so fucking good at you. Yeah, I'm the expert. Yeah, I'm so good. 10 out of 10. 10 million copies sold. Because you'll listen to me because I'm IGN or whatever. And then here comes a guy like me who actually has posted reviews before, and I'm just completely shitting all over the game. And I'm like, and then you get to, how dare you? Oh my God, you're a fucking idiot. Oh my God, you're so dumb. Like, what the fuck would you know? You know, it's like, oh man. God. Oh man, I love it when people get into it with me. Like I cause a lot of controversy when I discuss shit like this with people. Will piss off so many people because I don't agree with the majority. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm just hanging on the cross like Jesus. Like, come at me, just fucking burn me, dude. I said, please throw it all at me. What all that hate? Because you know, I know some of those people deep down know I'm right. And they can't admit it because God forbid you criticize something they love. Hell, I criticize shit I love. Like, God forbid you do that. God forbid, like, who the fuck are you? Ugh, God. At least I can admit when something of mine is bad, and I'll love a game. Like, hey, this game's really good. It's got a shit ton of problems. At least I admit it, and I don't give it like a 10 out of 10, just automatic kiss ass. It's like perfect example. You just noticed my time. What time it is? Yeah, it's 4:35 in the morning. Is that what you're talking about? Pacific Standard Time. But yeah, dude, it's just you know. I remember when I was a kid, man. Like, I remember when I played my first fighting game. I mean, of course, I'm pretty sure majority of people that played their first fighting game was Street Fighter 2. I'm not surprised, and I don't blame them. It was a fucking big thing back then, like huge, off the charts, man. Like Street Fighter 2, whoa! Like obviously the jump from 1 to 2 was insane for that time. Back in 92, 91, 92. Huge. Like my God, it was a cult phenomenon. And I could appreciate it back then. I mean, when I was young, of course, because there was nothing like it. And then it got me into fighting and like, oh man, Samurai Showdown, Fatal Fury, like fucking was it the let's see, Soul Calibur, fucking well actually it was Soul Blade first. What was the other one? World Heroes, Darkstalkers, Rival Schools. I started like branching out, and then the next evolution came. I was like, man, like for me, the next evolution was fucking Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear X just dropped my jaw. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, I literally just fucking threw Street Fighter into the trash when I saw Guilty Gear X. I was like, excuse me, I want some of that. What's that? Show me what that is. I was like, please tell me what that is. I want to know. And then from that point on, that's how I was introduced to the world of air dashers. I was like, why the fuck am I playing this Street Fighter shit? Like, what the fuck is this? Like, man, I like, wow, it's not even the same game. And after that, I was like, man, I felt I grew up out of those old traditional fighters, and I wanted the next level because I played so many goddamn fighting games. So I wanted to see it, take it to the next level. Even when like X Men vs Street Fighter first came out, that blew my fucking mind. Cause I was just like, holy shit, what is this gameplay? X Men characters against the Street Fighters? Like, fucking, I couldn't contain myself. But again, there was evolution. Evolution, man. There was an evolution, dude. Uh, I'll be honest, Dolphin. I'm at pretty much a wit's end with Guilty Gear Strive. Blaze Blue was good game. I played a lot of Blaze Blue. I played every single game. Uh, but yeah, Dolphin. I'm kind of at wit's end with Guilty Gear right now. I'm really upset with Strive. I really am. I don't like the direction. Like I said, we're going backwards. I feel Strive is returning back to simplicity. Like, like X was like the big evolution. XX was even better, and then XX Acid Corp like fucking huge, and then Exerd preserved that, and then now Strive just went backwards, and I was just like, what happened? Like, what happened? Well, why are we going backwards? That's what fighting games have been feeling like for the last like few years. Games have been going backwards. I don't like the speed. I don't like the how things feel. I think the fucking moves feel like fucking sludge. I don't like the options are fucking gutted. The Gatlings are terrible. The damage is stupid. The defense mechanics are trash. The combo system is way too ground based. I don't like the fact air combos just seem like such a niche thing with specific characters. It's like, oh, you want to do an air combo? Amelia. It's like not many characters can really air combo that effectively, and I'm just like, man, air combos feel so gutted. They're just not there. I remember when you play Exert or Exert, like every character can fucking air combo. Like, in some way, and to a decent degree. Like, Potemkin obviously is not the air combo expert, but he had air combos. This game is just 1, 2, 1, 2, or 1, 1, 2, or jab, 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 jab. Oh man, look at that air combo. Jab, 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 jab. Like, oh god. What is this gorilla shit? Like, I really want to. I mean, I should write a review video, even though it's kind of late, just talking about, like, Guilty Gear is doomed. Like, I think Guilty Gear is doomed. I think Guilty Gear is at that point where we're like, it is clear what is Arc System Works' vision with the series. It's clear. It's crystal clear. Nothing is going to change. They're going to keep doubling them down on what they're doing. The changes are going to be so small and artificial that they aren't going to matter. The game is set the way it is. They've determined that this is our vision, this is how it's going to play, and it's not going to change. Of course, the majority, the new fan, they love it. They're like, oh man, just give me more characters. That's all I want. Don't change anything with the system. Don't change anything. Just give me new characters. I said, oh, you mean fucking Grand Blue Fantasy Versus? Got it. So, and we already see where that game's going. That game's fucking dead. So don't be surprised if Strive just dies out of nowhere. Especially when you got KOF 15 and Melty Blood on the horizon that are going to give it a run for its money. KOF 15, I think, is going to fucking hit a big belt. A big blow below the belt for Arc System. Where I think it's like, KOF 15 is going to have a presence, I think. I really think KOF 15 this time around is going to be pretty big. The balance changes didn't do shit, man. Balance changes were crap. I looked at this patch, I was like, You broke these characters. The changes are so small. It's like they're just neutral changes. It's like, oh man, we made this one poking tool have an extended hitbox, and it's got 1 frame faster recovery. It's like, yay! I'm supposed to be excited about this? Like, literally, that's all they did. Oh, we made it where Foss Super in the corner now causes wall break. Yay? Yay? This is groundbreaking? Yay? You mean something that should have worked in the beginning? Yay? And they make it seem like, oh man, feature, like, oh my god, look at this new feature. Game's completely different now. I'm like, no, it's not. Man, people look at it such a shallow level. And then just realize, like, this is nothing. These are band-aids, man. You're not shaking things up, man. You're not hitting the ground like, oh shit, like you've completely like changed the game fundamentally. That's what I want to see. I want to see something where it really shakes things up, where like changing something like, oh shit, this is gonna make the game way different. And at that point, I'd be like, okay, now you got me interested. But I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think it's going to happen at all. I think we're just going to see dinky little changes like we're seeing with the patch that we have recently. It's just going to be on that level. That's it. That's all that's going to change. Nothing else is going to change. Yeah, that's exactly. They're basically telling you, you need to play this character in this way. They're basically making you play. They're telling you how to play the game. That's what Arc System Works is doing. Arc System Works, no. You pick this character, you're going to play her this way. That is the only way you can play her. If you don't like that character, go pick another character. But I like that character. Well, that's the way you gotta play her. Guilty Gear was never about that. Guilty Gear was about play the character how you want to. And there was usually like 2-3 different ways to play a character effectively. You can use them, and then when you fought one person that played a character, you would fight another character, and they would fight them with them completely different. May is a fucking potato, man. I hate May, and I'm a May. Like May is like one of my best characters in Xrd. I'm really good with May. And I can't stand her in this game. She's like gorilla, man. She's one of the biggest unga bungas in the game. She's so boring. It's like, wow, we just took everything away that made her interesting and just dumbed it down to dolphin. Let's dolphin spam, jump hard slash. And standing slash. That's literally her whole game plan is standing slash, dolphin, jump hard slash. That is her whole fucking game plan. It's fucking so boring. And then people trying to make it seem more than what it is. Oh man, look what she can do. What can she do? Please explain it to me. I would love to know where this depth that you're talking about. She has none. Like, educate me, please, because, you know, I like, you see people do dumb shit on the net. It's funny, you know, very impractical. But it also shows you how just messed up the system is. Like, the system is just a posh mess. Like, it's just, like, fundamentally, like, they know the game. Like, I personally think people know the game is fucked up. At a fundamental level. The game, the way they change it, but then they're making these changes, it's like, what are you doing? Like, I don't understand where you're trying to go with this. Like, you know the system's fucked up, yet you keep doubling down on it. Trying to build on a foundation that's crap. You keep building down on it. Stop building on it. Fix what's wrong. Fix what's wrong fundamentally with the game and then build on it. But they're not doing that. They're just fucking up. Just throw shit on. It's throwing shit at the dartboard and hope shit hits. And we can see why the patch is a mess. The patch is a fucking joke, man. But we'll see when October comes out. I'll take a look at it again October, but I'm really not holding my breath at all. I am really not. I don't think our system work's gonna throw a left curveball. I would like them to. I would like to be proven wrong. I really would like the Arc System Works to give me some faith here. I'm just grasping at strings here. I'm grasping, man. I'm sinking, dude. I'm like, you're losing me, man. You're losing me hard. Like, I have never been this turned off about a series in my entire life. Like, and I like a lot of different video game series. Like, I'm passionate about. Like, Guilty Gear is my top. And for me to go from my favorite fighting game to my least favorite is just sad. Like, how do you think I feel as a fan who's supported the series my whole life, and just knowing what has happened to it, and I'm hurt. I'm really hurt. And it's like, damn, dude, just seeing my game just be like, what is this abomination that you've made? Like, it's like I don't even know you anymore. That's what it feels like. Like, who are you? I never seen you before in my life. Like, I like you? Like, you are my favorite? You? Like, nah, man. I don't know you, man. That's what it feels like to me, Dolphin. I don't think any character that bring into the game is going to fix anything. I already know my main character's coming out by next February. She's coming. I'm getting Jam. Jam's my main girl. That's my baby girl. But I don't think she's enough to save the game. Even if they brought her in and it's like, cool, I'll check her out. I have a feeling she is going to be a huge disappointment. She is going to be shallow. And it's like, yep, it's sad when you're going to be like, your favorite character in the entire series is all you got to grasp strings at. It's not that, oh man, I love the game, but oh man, the character makes it that much better. That's not even that. It's, oh man, this game is shit. I'm hoping my character can at least make it a little bit interesting. That's just terrible. I don't think anybody wants to play a fighting game where the only reason they play is literally because of the character, because they like the character. But even then, it's like, if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't play this game. If Jam wasn't on the horizon, I probably would have, I'd be like, fuck the rest of the season. I don't even care. I'll watch the video, I'll make the wallpapers, because I do like the art and I do like the music. There's some things I like about Strive, and the music's amazing. I'm not taking that away. Visuals are amazing, but that's it. It's surface level. That's as far as it goes with me. That's my love for Strive. Exactly. Like, if you showed me that game and put different characters in it, and it was and didn't have any of the Guilty Gear characters, I could at least respect it. Be like, it's a different video game. It's not my cup of tea. But I'd be like, hey, that's cool, whatever. I won't play this. But the fact that it's Guilty Gear, where I'm like, this is not Guilty Gear. This is not fucking Guilty Gear. I don't, it feels like it's trying to be something it isn't. And I'd rather it be something else. That's the thing. I'd rather the game just be a different coat of paint with different characters. Just a completely different game. Just call it something else. And I would have been okay with that. I would have looked at it, oh, this looks cool, and I'll check it out. I'll be like, I'm good with this. And then at that point, I'd be like, cool. But no, they've decided to use the Guilty Gear name to change it to what it's become now, which is now the new standard. Now, going forward, the new Guilty Gear is all Guilty Gears are going to be like this now. So Strive is now the Guilty Gear standard. So if we get another Guilty Gear after that, it's going to be the same. It's going to be in that style. Because that's what's considered the norm. The old shit, done. You'll never see it. It's fucking going in the closet. It's never coming out. Lock the key. Fucking throw that shit away. It's done. It's burned at the stake. Never again. We'll never see that style of anime fire ever again. It's gone. It's dead. I really believe that. I don't think our system work is ever going to return to form. I really don't think, because of the fact that it's all about the money. It's corporate. They obviously, that's what they're concerned about, is money. So, yep, exactly. Wasn't necessary. For the company as a business, it was the smartest move they ever made. For the integrity of the game, it is the worst move they've ever made, in my opinion. You have compromised the identity of the franchise. You have compromised the identity of the company, what you stand for. You've changed. You're not the same company anymore. You know, I remember the passion I felt from the games that they made. I don't feel it anymore. I feel like the passion just, that fucking shit went out the door. It's just, oh, as long as it looks shiny. It's shiny. It's just really shiny. It's all it's got. It's just got a nice gloss. It's just got a nice gloss coat of paint. It's just everything has a nice gloss coat of paint with our system works. Good music, good graphics. That's as far as it goes. That's all they put the money into. It's not even, it's the gameplay. It's the most simple, bare bones, basic bitch shit. And then they add a sprinkle of soul on it, just a little, just so it's not exactly as shallow as like Street Fighter. Just a little. Okay, that's good enough. Because, you know, majority of people like that shit. That's what sickens me is I don't like the fact that these games are made for casuals. They're not made for fighting game players. They're not made for people that actually want to. Yeah, I did. I played it for I played the patch for a good 3 hours. And then the next day I played for 20 minutes and I fucking raged and shut it off. Because I was so sick of it. They're like, wow, Jacko. She's fucking crap. I'm like doing shit with her and I'm like, wow, I hate the way she feels. I hate the way, like, I like the mechanics, but I don't like the system she's in. It fucks with it so hard. I don't like the way she feels. Everything feels heavy. I hate how heavy it feels. Everything feels overly weighted. I hate it. And then again, Gatling systems. Crap. Hate it. I can't stand the Gatling system. Gatling system is garbage. Give me old Gatling system. Or give me something that's more evolved than this shit. I'll take even a step up. You know, it doesn't have to be exactly like the previous games, but better than this shit. I hate how they go, oh, you need to make an informed decision to know which button you're gonna push. I'm like, I don't like that. It makes everything feel very streamlined. Oh, you do this move, you're always gonna do this move. Oh, you do this move, you're always gonna do that move. Oh, you do this combo, you're gonna do that combo. You know, it's always fucking streamlined. I hate it. It makes you feel like a one-trick pony. The only time, like I said, that the game feels like it's shaking it up is when you bust out a Roman cancel. It's okay, and the moment's gone. It's literally that moment happens so fast and so infrequently that it's like, oh, you know that mechanic that like the game was built around? Yeah, you barely do it. You barely do it. And it's because of the damage. The reason why they don't let you do it as much is because the damage is so goddamn high. So the matches end so fast that you don't get enough chances to do moment cancels. And a lot of times it's not worth doing on a lot of shit because the damage scale's really stupid. Like, after the first, 4 hits or so, the damage just goes to crap. So it's like, okay, there's no reason to spend meter, especially when you're multi-hitting. There's really no reason. That's why a lot of times it's better just to do, //hard/super. Because that does way more damage than your dumb little loop. And almost every single combo option involves a fucking either a knockdown or the only time you could probably do extra hits is on the wall or very specific characters. A lot of stuff you just can't do without the Roman. It's everything's wall is blocked behind the wall of Roman cancel. You can't do much without the Roman cancel. Imagine if there was no Roman cancel in Strife. It's fucking Street Fighter. It is Street Fighter, man. That game is so Street Fighter. It'd be the most boring ass game if it played like that. Without Roman cancel, that game would be fucking sleep. That's the only time things get exciting, and it doesn't happen enough. Oh man, our system was. God, you've fallen so much. See, in Guilty Gear Xrd and XX, you could do a lot of shit without Roman cancels. It just the Roman cancels made you better. And also, meters was more diverse in previous games. You had way more options, defensively and offensively. So you had options to do things. I miss 25% Romans. I miss blue Romans. I miss yellow Romans. Those are cool mechanics. I miss force breaks. Yeah, exactly. Because it's, again, gotta mainstream it, streamline it so everybody plays it. It's just, it feels so homogenized. And I know people look at you like, game's not homogenized, it's so deep. Like, no, dude. The game is not, it's fucking homogenized. I don't understand, like, they don't understand, like, when I say that. I was like, stop looking at character variety. That has nothing to do with that. The characters are diverse. It's their fucking system that makes them feel homogenized. I hate the Gatlings because everybody does the same Gatlings. Everybody has the same Gatling option. Nobody feels unique. It's like, oh yeah, Potemkin does kick dust. Well, so does every other character. Slash slash hard slash. So does every other character. It's just the animations look a little different. They all function the same way. But again, it's not for me. I'm not their audience anymore. I don't matter anymore. That's why I need to put my passion into something else. Problem is, the reason why I talk about Guilty Gear so much is because I have nothing else. I have nothing else to put my passion into. So until Melty comes out, when you will see a shift in my attitude, where you'll be like, oh man, I'm actually putting my energy into something that I love. At that point, I'd be like, the Guilty Gear will be officially kicked to the curb. I'm curious what's going to happen. I want to see if it actually makes an impact, and I want to see if it shakes things up a little bit. I'd like to see if it actually has a direct impact. I would be very happy if it does. I'd be very, very, very happy. Like, I was like, people actually giving this game a shot and then realizing it's actually a good game, and like almost like calling out Guilty Gear Strive shit. It's like, remember when Strive and Guilty Gear used to be the business? It ain't the business no more. Yeah, that's what I mean, but most of them aren't Guilty Gear players. I hate when people say, well, majority of Guilty Gear players love Guilty Gear Strive. No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't. Don't even go there. Like, I even asked some people, I said, Guilty Gear Strive supposedly is I mean, again, this is just what I've heard. This doesn't know if it's truth. Guilty Gear Strive is more people like Strive more than Exert. And a couple people said bullshit. I was like, they even said that. These two people said bullshit. I don't believe that. I was like, that's what the majority says. Again, this is all hearsay. I don't know if it's actual truth, but even I'm like, as real Guilty Gear players would probably just laugh at that statement. Be like, like you're joking, right? You're fucking joking, right? I think it's all the people that think it's good are the non-Guilty Gear players, to be honest. Like Street Fighter players, Smash players, Mortal Kombat, those people. That's the majority. It's not Guilty Gear players. Guilty Gear players, I think, are the minority, in my opinion. Just because you said, oh, I played Exert. Did you really play Exert? Or did you just, oh, because I've heard of it? There's a difference. To me, it's like, do you play Guilty Gear? Oh, let me count the ways. I will show you my whole background on that game. Or how much I played. I've been in tournaments. So, I consider myself a true Guilty Gear player. I have the essence of that. So I think I'm part of that crowd. Whereas you get a lot of people that just they're just really casual. And they just, oh, I've heard of it kind of deal. That's probably their knowledge of previous entries. I've heard of it. They don't know fundamentally anything about Guilty Gear. But whatever, I guess. I know I've been a broken record on this topic, unfortunately. And I know people will probably get tired of me talking about it. But I'm honestly considering making a video on my YouTube page about what I feel about Guilty Gear and just laying it in like really speaking my heart out and just being like, hey, or just doing a comparison, even throwing Melty Blood in the mix and going like, hey, good game, bad game. I mean, like, what? And a lot of people don't like my defense of, like, I've had people tell me, oh man, you and that creative expression bullshit. That's such a lazy statement. Like, it doesn't mean anything. It's just an excuse. I'm like, no, it's not. I was like, oh my god, you don't understand. Like, that's how shallow-minded you are. You don't know anything about creative expression. People that don't understand it, I don't think really are like smart enough to realize what it's about. It's like the good players know. The tournament players even say it. One of the biggest things that matters to people in tournament scenes, especially the really high level players, is creative expression. That's really important. It's identity. You don't want to feel like you're somebody else. You want to feel like when you play that character, that's you. That's an extension of you, not of somebody else. You're not playing in somebody else's shadow, which is what I feel like in Strive. I really feel like when I'm playing May or Amelia, I'm literally just a carbon copy of every other May and Amelia out there. So it's like, oh, look, I'm May number 20 or May number 3000. Oh, look, I'm Amelia. Oh, I'm Lord Knight number 23. That's what I feel like. I'm like, oh, I'm living in Lord Knight's shadow because Lord Knight is the face of Melia. Because that's the quote-unquote right way to play Melia, and it's because it's the only way to play Melia. But whatever. It's what it is. Alright, Dolphin, Koza, I'm gonna go to sleep. I gotta get up in 7 hours. I gotta run some errands. So good talking. Thanks for listening. Appreciate it. I'll be on tomorrow. It's gonna be another short stream tomorrow. Just more Genshin. And then actually tomorrow I think they're gonna show the trailer for Melty Blood around like 2 in the morning. So something like that. We should see the next character, which is gonna be a new character from my understanding. So, but we'll see what happens. Anyways, I'm gonna go to sleep. I really gotta go to bed. So I want to at least get 7 hours sleep. I got some errands I gotta run tomorrow. So I'll see you guys later. You guys take care. Have a good night. Peace out.